straight days.
Is this
The next 49 days, we have college football and the NFL. It's not MAC, it's CUSA tonight.
okay? All right, no, that doesn't count.
It still counts.
It's got to be MAC or nothing. I got a MAC T-shirt.
We got a Tennessee team playing tonight.
I've been waiting to break
Team
out.
Tennessee. Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders. Respect the Blue Raiders.
What's their record?
Missouri State.
1-4? Okay. All right.
Question mark?
Only rock with the good Tennessee football program.
Not on a Wednesday, you know?
That's Memphis and Vanderbilt.
Oh, what a slate.
What is it?
It's 2-3 Missouri State at 1-4 Middle Tennessee.
Let's go.
And then it's 1-4 Liberty at 1-4 UTEP.
Oh my
Let's go
gosh.
Miners.
Remember when we thought Liberty was going to be good this year?
Nah. Nah. Go listen to the Liberty Lost podcast. Haven't talked about that in a while.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Is the Tuesday episode not up?
No, it is.
I thought it was. Is it not?
Oh, you didn't put it on Spotify.
I don't
You didn't put it on the audio. We have our smattering of audio listeners who I love and respect and adore because we have never promoted this show a day in our lives on the audio version.
Right,
but they are keeping us alive.
Gotta do a better job of remembering that.
That'd be good.
Yeah. What was the song?
You know, it was a Doobie Brothers song called Rockin' Down the Highway. I'm not married to keeping it.
Well, if you're not married to it, delete it and we can reset this thing.
Okay.
All right.
I think I will.
Let's go.
I love the Doobie Brothers.
Shout out to the Doobie Brothers.
They bring me great joy, and
They
I got
do.
kind of excited when a Doobie Brothers song popped up. I was like, ooh. And then I was like, eh.
How are you going through this just randomly?
I just press shuffle.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going, oops.
Don't play it.
I'm not. I don't want the Doobie Brothers to come after us.
Yeah. All right, it's up now.
All
We're
right.
good. We're good to go.
I'm deleting this version of the Doobs. Goodbye forever.
How was the show last night? Hey, I missed it.
I hate that you missed it too, because I would have loved to talk to you about it. It was good.
Okay.
If you are of a certain generation, I think you would have the time of your life.
They
And many
sang?
people around me did.
Did they sing
I
out loud?
begrudgingly sang. I did not sing, but I at least gave the bump bump bumps. What's up, everybody? It is a Wednesday, October 8th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the Grizzlies continue their preseason. Celtics in town tonight for preseason game 2 for the Grizz. Penny Hardaway and the Memphis Tigers held their press conferences yesterday. They are less than a month away from their first action of the season. We'll get into what Penny had to say about Memphis needing to get its fandemonium back. We have a special guest joining us in studio this morning. His name is Cooper Clack, and he is in the touring cast of A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical, out at the Orpheum this week, and he is from Memphis. So he is going to be here, talk about what it's like performing in his hometown. DeAngelo Williams will join us as he does every Wednesday. We'll catch up with him. He was at the Memphis Tigers game last weekend. We'll do some WTF, steak nuggets, LeBron's decision part 2, North Carolina football, and more. It's a Wednesday. You know what we say. Oh, listen to the music. You thought I was going to go with a bum, bum, bum. Good times never felt so good. So good.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go! Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish. Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like, "All right."
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. A busy Wednesday show ahead. A busy Wednesday ahead as we have preseason game numero dos for the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at FedEx Forum. They will host the Boston Celtics. I had a lovely night last night. The best thing about having multiple teams is that sometimes you have multiple joys. And both my baseball teams won. And you know me, I'm a big baseball playoff person. And anytime Cal Raleigh does something, this show becomes a baseball show because we are all fans of the Big Dumper here on the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurd. And I don't know if you saw last night, CJ, our Big Dumper.
Hey,
3 home runs.
3 of them things.
3 home runs. And now the Mariners are 1 win away from their first ALCS since 2001. Did you see the guy wearing the Dump 61 Here shirt?
Oh, my God.
This guy showed up to the game last night in a Dump 61 Here shirt, and Cal Raleigh hit his 61st home run into his hands. If that is not a sign that the fates are on the side of the Mariners, and Cal Raleigh found the man after the game, gave him a bat. He still had the ball. He had another shirt on underneath the Dump 61 Here that said Dump 62 Here.
Come on.
I'm just saying, I think the wind's a destiny because the winds blow the ball of the homer out into the outfield, and this man caught it. The winds of destiny are on the side.
I
of
need
the
to
ends.
find me a Dump Here shirt.
Me too.
I want to.
I think that was
Dump Here.
homemade, so you might need to
Okay,
just
well,
take some duct tape and
make a Dump Here shirt.
Please don't.
Why?
Could you get away with wearing a Dump Here shirt?
Listen, some of the shirts I wear, Jessica, I get away with. So,
I mean, right now, read banned books. Who do
it's
you
ban-
think you are?
It's Banned Book Week.
Happy Banned Book Week
Yeah,
to all who
read 'em.
celebrate.
Reading Rainbow back.
All right, and that wraps up your baseball update of the morning. Yankees came back to beat the Blue Jays as well. I had a beautiful night in downtown Memphis, and if I had a beautiful night in downtown Memphis, I am going to tell you about it because people don't believe beautiful nights happen in downtown Memphis. But I did have a wonderful night. The temperatures were perfect for nice little strolls back and forth from the Orpheum Theater last night, where I went to see A Beautiful Noise, which is the first show of their new season at the Orpheum. It is the Neil Diamond Jukebox Musical, and what that means, jukebox musical is when you use all of the discography or popular songs, and in this case, it's Neil Diamond songs telling the story of his life. Man, do people love Neil Diamond. I did not know that Neil Diamond had the fan base that he has. I did not quite realize his impact. There was a woman packed.
Yeah.
It's opening night of a new season, which is always one of the more busy nights of the theater season, but it was packed.
The way I gauge how crowded the theater is can I feel the body heat in there?
Yeah, it was a little warm.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And there were a lot of lights, as there always are, but this had a lot of like spectacular concert recreation moments where it was a lot of lights and a lot of sparkles. A lot of women clapping aggressively. One woman was on her feet at one point during the show trying to get people. She was like to my right, and she kept coming out on the side, and she goes, "Come on, everybody, come on." And I'm like, "Ma'am, this is Wendy's." I don't know if you know this. That's not Neil Diamond.
I would imagine, though, it was a lot of singing along going on as well.
I have to give great applause. Because,
really?
Okay, full transparency. I was not super amped to go see this show.
Okay.
Mostly because a lot of reviews, Reddit posts, things that I had read about it said the show is fine, but what's been terrible are the audiences because people sing along to an absurd degree. And I have to give the Memphis audience credit last night because outside of a couple moments, they were a pretty good theater audience. And one of those moments, everyone sang Sweet Caroline, of course. Begrudgingly, I kind of like hummed along. I've made it well documented that I have a contentious relationship with Sweet Caroline on this show. I think I kind of need to change my tune, though. I didn't realize Sweet Caroline was written in Memphis. Like, this is the birthplace of Sweet Caroline. I missed that in my music history and my Memphis history and all those trips to various Memphis music museums I've been to. But he wrote it in a hotel here in Memphis when he was down here for a recording session as he was trying to save not just his job, but his life because he had gotten into a shaky situation with a mob-based record producer, and they were like, "Yeah, you better give us a hit or else." And you don't want a mob person telling you or else because then you're in bad times. But he came up with Sweet Caroline. So anyway, Memphis guy is in the cast. He was fantastic. He's going to join us in the next segment. But I point out that I had a nice night in downtown Memphis last night because I feel like that's what Penny Hardaway would want me to do this morning. Penny Hardaway had a press conference yesterday where he touched on downtown and touched on the state of the Tigers and everything going on with them. I cannot believe that we are just over a month from the Memphis season opener against San Francisco, and we are less than a month away from the St. Jude, the Hoops for St. Jude tip-off classic that's coming to FedEx Forum later this month that benefits St. Jude and the return of John Calipari and Memphis taking their exhibition game against Arkansas. I also cannot believe this is year 8 for Penny Hardaway. I always measure my own time in Memphis on the Penny Hardaway timeline because I was supposed to be here 2 years, and then Penny Hardaway became the head coach at the University of Memphis, and I didn't want to have FOMO of missing a potential national championship run, and I was like, I'll just stay one more year, and one has turned into, if he's going into year 8, that means I'm in the midst of year 10, and that is a wild thing to realize. But listening to him talk yesterday in his full availability, main focus of the press conference was obviously just getting people excited for the season, catching everyone up. 15 new faces. Like, that's the whole team. I don't know if you know that. That's everyone. Not one returner on this roster and 14 transfers. And you look at the transfer pool, this is an underlooked Memphis team, which is different than years past. I believe their transfer class, according to 247 Sports, ranked 45th. And before this year, they've always been in the top 13 of transfer classes. They don't have a single transfer ranked in the top 100. The two players who joined him yesterday, Aaron Bradshaw, who spent last year at Ohio State and a year at Kentucky before that, along with Doug McDaniel, who spent last year at Kansas State and 2 at Michigan before that. Like, they represent a roster that is littered with resumes like that. guys who are trying to finally find their way through to big-time minutes, through success at the college level. And Penny Hardaway is confident that he has a group who can do that. He also understands why that makes it hard for fans to have connectivity to a team going into the year. And I understand the conundrum that he's in, but he's not alone in it. This is college programs across the country, is you're not able to build from year to year on a fan base's connection and understanding and love for different players on this team. You have to start over. That is also the reality. So that's something that has to be dealt with. This is the NIL era that we are in. And Penny had a really interesting note on kind of the loss of what he called fandemonium, which maybe is a cousin to a phenomenon, but fandemonium, I think so. The fans and the pandemonium and just the general fandom that has traditionally existed here in Memphis. And we've seen it trickle off a bit in recent years from attendance across the board, right? Like, we're about to have another Grizzlies season here, and we would love for better attendance than the last few years. The Memphis Tigers have won 10 straight games. The football team has won 10 straight games. They're 5-0 this year, and they barely cracked, I think, 30,000 at the Liberty Bowl at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium this past weekend against Tulsa. And obviously it's a mix of a lot of things, the schedule, the opponents who are coming in. And Penny also talked about the state of downtown. And this was the way that he put it. He said, there's a lot that's happening in our city. It's a lot that's happened in our economy. And you can just see the numbers being down on the fans. There's a dark cloud or stigma over the downtown area right now. And people just aren't coming down. But we just need people to get out and come and support. I mean, it's my hometown team. And I just want to see these young men that come here. They're pretty much all from out of town, except for two, to know that we have a great fan base. And it is a request from Penny Hardaway to get fans out. They have their Beale Street event that's going to kick off the season. They have this game against Arkansas that everyone should be coming out for, one, because it's a great cause with St. Jude, but two, it's the Calipari return game. And I just sensed this frustration of, like, what more can you do to ask for people without getting down on your knees and begging fans to come back out to these games. So I will sit here and I will tell you, I don't know how the dark cloud has avoided me in this downtown Memphis life, but I again had a wonderful time in downtown Memphis last night. So if it is the reason that you're not coming out to games is that you don't want to come downtown, I love downtown Memphis. I will tell you it up, down, all around. And I hope that this group is able to use their non-conference schedule early, get some big wins, because ultimately, how do you get people back in the building? You win. Like, if the Memphis football team keeps winning those games against South Florida, against Tulane, games that really mean something, the people will come. I was just at the Memphis-Arkansas game. The people were there. So if you put a winning product on the court, fans will follow, because inevitably it becomes a cool thing to be a part of for a season. It becomes a community thing to be a part of for the season. I am of the group that is desperately hoping beyond hope that maybe the college football stars align and college game day could potentially come back to Beale Street. That would be fun. But if you have all of this time, this is one of the best times of year, because you have the hope of the Grizzlies mixed with the hope of the Tigers basketball team, mixed with the actual production right now of Tigers football, who has already done the part and has started with a winning season. That's what makes Memphis special, because all of these things can happen at one time, and this city operates at, in my opinion, one of its best levels when sports can kind of drive us all together. That sounds a little hokey dokey, but I believe in it. And I appreciated Penny's comments yesterday, and I look forward to this season starting for Memphis basketball. I cannot believe that it is so close. We have to do something for our show for the Hoops for St. Jude tip-off production meeting right here, right now.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something cool.
Great. We have to
Let's move over there.
We have to do something for our show for the Hoops
We have
for
like
St.
2 weeks.
Because it is a great cause. It is something that, you know, one of the things Memphis is known for is St. Jude. It's a tremendous children's hospital. I understand wanting to do something for it. I understand that is a really cool event. Telling your boy that, hey, we got to do something for it, and then not giving me any sort of guidance. What do you want from me, Jessica?
Magic.
Oh, God. I am not your magical Negro.
Stop
I've
it.
told you that before.
Stop it.
You stop it.
I wasn't asking.
You're making me
You're
seem
the
like
producer.
I'm John effing Coffee out here.
Wow.
Gosh.
Anyway, we will take a quick break. We'll talk a little bit more about Grizzlies Celtics later on in the show. But coming up next, Cooper Clack, currently touring with the cast of A Beautiful Noise, the story of Neil Diamond. Collierville High School graduate. He was electric as a dancer in last night's show. I can't wait to catch up with him about his journey that led him here, his first opportunity to perform at the Orpheum, after a quick break.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isalo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at natebargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushie to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back, welcome back. A beautiful noise. The story of Neil Diamond is playing at the Orpheum here in Memphis this week. It is the first show of the new Orpheum season, and I am so excited to be joined this morning by Cooper Clack, who is currently touring with the cast of A Beautiful Noise. He is a Collierville High School grad. He joins me now. Cooper, thank you for getting up bright and early.
Oh yeah, of course.
You guys opened last night, and you were just telling me during the break you were a little nervous coming back and performing in your hometown.
I was a little nervous. I just had the jitters. I hadn't been back since performing with the High School Musical Theater Awards in 2018. So it was just a big honor to be back and see the stage from a different point of view, being a professional now. And back when I was a little high schooler, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And it's still crazy, but it's really cool to be back.
I cannot imagine. The crowd was great last night.
Yeah,
I'm sure touring with a show like this, there are so many Neil Diamond fans.
Yeah.
What was your relationship with Neil Diamond's music before the show?
I had only ever heard Sweet Caroline.
Okay.
I also didn't know much about his life beforehand. But yeah, I think Sweet Caroline was always a big song growing up. Going to like football and baseball games, everybody is always singing it at halftime or whenever. So yeah, I didn't really know much about him or his life or his music until going into rehearsals for the show. Even when I auditioned, I was like, oh, the Neil Diamond musical, I don't really know much about it. I'm just going to go in, audition.
It makes for such a fun audience, shows like this, because there are people who come because they love theater, and there are people who come because they love Neil Diamond, and sometimes want to sing along, and there's ample time to do that with the bombs for everyone always. But for you, as you mentioned, getting to see that theater from a different angle, the last time being in high school theater here in Memphis to now be a professional. Just when you look at your journey that led you back to that moment last night, how much does it mean?
It means a lot. I grew up in Central Florida, and I moved to Tennessee whenever I was about 13, so I didn't really have a grip on a social life, and finding theater in high school really was like a saving grace for me. So shout out to Shayna Ryan. She convinced me to try out for Collierville's Jekyll and Hyde, and I ended up booking it. And that was the start of my musical theater career here in Memphis. I did theater at Theater Memphis, Harrell Theater, Playhouse on the Square, and then eventually making my way to the Star Council and being in the HSMTAs. So it's really cool to be back here and really be back in the space where I found my love for theater.
You come back to Memphis, what's the first thing you have to do?
I went to Huey's. I got some cheese fries and some Little Miners Trio, so I ate those last night and just enjoyed walking around Beale.
Do you have any opportunity to show some of your castmates any places around Memphis?
Yeah, we went to Bass Pro yesterday. We had to stop in.
Were they in awe? Were they in shock?
They were kind of like, why are there like fish all around?
Why are there alligators?
Yeah, why are there alligators? But yeah, we're going to Bass Pro. We're gonna go see my old high school tomorrow. I'm giving a little Q&A, so that should be so cute.
That's so fun. Back in it.
Yeah.
For you, I know right now your focus is on A Beautiful Noise, but I was talking to the wonderful person who helped get you on the show here this morning, and she brought up that you were just in Jesus Christ Superstar with Cynthia Erivo and Adam Lambert at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes.
How did you book that show? What was that experience like, performing with two massively, massively famous people, incredible voices, and that show was awesome?
It was honestly very life-changing and surreal to have such an impactful and huge opportunity at such a young age in my career. I really wasn't expecting it at all. I was on the second national tour of Jesus Christ Superstar in 2022 to 2023, and that was my first tour. So having done that, I heard that the Hollywood Bowl was doing Jesus Christ Superstar, so I emailed my agent, and I was like, I have to be in for this. So she got it set up, and I auditioned in LA. It was my second audition I had ever done in LA. It's very different from New York auditions mentally for me. So I went out there, did my first few rounds, got some callbacks, and then I waited this was in January of this year, and then I waited until about middle of February, and I got a text from my agent as I was landing in Madison while I was on tour with the show, and she was like, hey, what are you doing? Can I give you a call? Can you FaceTime me? I was like, yeah, what's going on? So they called me whenever I landed, and I had my friend film my reaction, and I posted that on Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But overall, the show was just insane. It was like wild to be performing and even rehearsing with like pillars of musical theater and like vocal agility. It's one thing to even meet these people, but to like get to know and speak to them and see how they rehearse and see how they got to where they are today is like a whole nother level.
What was it like meeting Cynthia Erivo?
She is just filled with so much humility and ease and peace about her. She's kind of just like, she'll look at you like this and be like, "Hi, love, like you were beautiful today, like great job." And I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." Like I'm just freaking out internally. So,
You're Cynthia Erivo. Did she give you any clues on Wicked 2? No.
She didn't give me any clues,
Tough.
no. But I'm hoping to get to see her in the future.
Yeah.
Hopefully we work together again.
Well, that's such a cool career moment to happen young in your career. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I'd like to chase that
Right.
again. So was dancing always your, like, when you're a triple threat in musical theater, for people who might not know, it's singing, acting, and dancing. You are in the ensemble of A Beautiful Noise.
Yep.
And I will say it, like, you're a phenomenal dancer.
Thank you so much.
Was that always your strength?
It was not always my strength. My sister was a dancer growing up, so I would always watch her recitals. I'm a very visual learner. I come from a background of soccer and gymnastics and sports, so I never really did any of that, any dancing or musical theater or anything like that. Growing up, I was always watching it though, so I kind of had an understanding. Soccer really helped me with like my lower body, and gymnastics, of course, helped me with my full body and strength. So I really had an understanding of music and musicality. So I think that's what really, I honed in on that, and I found my first love was storytelling, and then through storytelling was dance, and so I combined them both, and from there I started branching out into singing and acting.
Do you remember your first time on stage, be it middle school, elementary school,
My
preschool?
first time on stage, I was in a play, and I think it was about, I don't know what it was called, but it involved the circus. Oh. And I had to wear one of my old gymnastics costumes or uniforms, and I did a round-off tuck on stage, and I was expecting people to cheer. And so I turned to the audience, and I was like, and then they were like, so that was my first time on stage, was me expecting people to clap for me.
And that fueled you
and being like,
forevermore
"Guys."
for the rest of time. Do you have a dream role that you would like to play someday?
My dream role is Race in Newsies, and I actually just got to play Race in Newsies at the Rev Theater in Auburn, New York this
Amazing.
past summer. So that was amazing.
That's so fun. Are you based in New York?
I am.
Okay.
I live in New York City.
How long is this tour with A Beautiful Noise?
Yeah, it goes until July of next year.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you are buckled in. Do you have a favorite number from the show?
Ooh, my favorite number in the show is Cracklin' Rosie. It is about halfway through Act 1, and it's just filled with so much energy. I get to interact with Nick Fradiani, who plays Neil, and the whole cast is just having so much fun on stage. We're all like dancing on tables and chairs. Spoilers, but yeah, it's just a high energy number. We have some bits in the show that we just get to like play off of each other, and I just think it's like one of the first few moments that Neil like jumps into a spotlight and finds his love for performing.
I was talking to someone after the show last night. I was explaining that you were going to be on our show this morning, and they're like, "Oh, which one was he?" And I was like, "Oh, blonde, shaggy hair, mustache." Was he the one on the table? And I was like, "They were all on a chair and a table at some point." But yes, in the front, the fun definitely stands out. It was wonderful to be there last night at the Orpheum, and I'm so happy that you get to have this opportunity being back in your hometown. Do you think you'll be nervous again tonight, or are the nerves
I think
out?
so. There's a few people coming each show, so
Okay.
there's no show that I don't have anybody coming to. So I'm like, okay, gotta be on, gotta be a little like mentally
Perfect
there.
every night.
Yeah.
So you
Perfect every night.
come back and people are here and they want to see you. How does that process work? Are you just getting bombarded with, "Hey, we want to see you. We want to come to the show. Give us tickets. Give us tickets. Give us tickets." Because I know my family loves free stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So
I offered up some comp tickets on my Instagram, and some people took those. But I think the majority of people are doing rush tickets. I know they do $25 rush tickets before the show. So not a lot of people have been bombarding me about tickets because they're pretty affordable here.
So is you Collierville High School, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is your theater teacher who was there still there?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them is not. One of them retired. Keith Salter retired, and then Chris Luter is still there.
Are they coming?
Yes, they both are.
Amazing. That's so fun.
What was the play, the role that made you fall in love with acting and with the theater?
Yeah, I think I played Spider, which is like a brothel owner in Jekyll and Hyde.
As one does.
Yeah,
and
that was my first role.
High school, baby.
How old? High school?
Yeah, probably like 14, 15.
Amazing.
You're a freshman, sophomore in high school,
Brothel
and you're running the brothel. Turn up.
It's the perfect first
It's
role
the
for a high
arts.
schooler. So that was my first role, and it's funny to say like that was where I found my love, but truly it was I love to do character acting.
Yeah.
I love to play any sort of character. I love to do like a kooky voice. So I had like long black shaggy hair, like Ozzy Osbourne glasses, and it's just I got to be like so regal and like command the space, and I was like, wow, I really enjoy this.
I like this. This is a good time.
This is my cup of tea.
Cooper, we are so appreciative. I know you have a busy morning bopping around to all the different Memphis news organizations, but thanks for taking time with us. And you can see Cooper and the rest of the amazing cast of A Beautiful Noise at the Orpheum all week long. Get your tickets. Go sing Sweet Caroline with all of your Memphis friends. We will take a quick break here as he bums us on the way out. Can you say Sweet Caroline without saying bum, bum, bum?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're going to be doing it for the
illegal,
rest of your life.
actually.
It's illegal. We'll be back after a quick break. DeAngelo Williams will join us. We'll catch up with him about Memphis football when we come back.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. LJ, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at natebargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go! Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish. Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball! Jared with a rejection. Give me that! Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark. Ooh, on that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I'm like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. That means it's time to catch up with DeAngelo Williams. He joins us every Wednesday. He joins us now. DeAngelo, how you doing?
I'm going through some emotional turmoil right now.
Oh, I love when DeAngelo's going through emotional turmoil.
Now, I'm just trying to. What happens and how do you respond when an accident happens and somebody dropped the ball and the only one to pay for that someone dropping the ball is you? I'm going to tell you what's going on.
Okay.
I always, whenever I look at something, whenever somebody asks me to do something or say if I want to do something, I always weigh how much time it's going to cost me and am I willing to give up that amount of time to go through what it is I got to go through. And when I say yes, I commit to it. Knowing that on the back end of this, that I'm not expecting to go any longer than I have to. Now, let me take you back to my dentist. I go in because I was having some issues in the back of my teeth, like my jawline. And my dentist said, you know what, you need Invisalign. And I go, I don't need Invisalign. I'm okay. I'm fine. I don't need that. He goes, no, if you want to, correct your bite and do all these things, you want to do Invisalign. I said, well, how long will it take me? He said, it'll take you 18 months. I go, 1.5 years, that's a long time without snacks. It's a long time without snacks. He said, you only do it one time. I go, you know what? I can then do it for 18 months. So for 18 months,
you had
DeAngelo Williams went without just randomly snacking when he want to, because when you snack, you got to brush, floss, you got to take them out. There's a whole process. You don't really want to go through that. I said, okay, cool. I get to the end of that 18 months. This is how good I am in the end of these 18 months. I walk in, and everybody tell me their horror stories with Invisalign. Like, oh, I had to stop. It took me way longer because I lost trays. I did this, I did that. When I say I was to the T for these 18 months because I didn't want to start over.
Right.
I didn't want to start over. I didn't want any setbacks. I get to the end of this, Jessica. Please follow me on this. I get to the end of this. And my dentist goes, okay, we're now at the point now where we have to make some decisions on, if we want to file down some other teeth so we can make them look uniform, all these things. And I was like, nah, I don't need all that. I just needed you to fix what you needed to do in the back. So I ain't got no problems. I don't give a everything else I'm cool with. He was like, nah, I want to fix some other stuff. He went in here and was like, okay, cool. As a result of him going in there fixing some other stuff, 2 months elapsed. I go back to the dentist and I go, hey, doc, I've been calling him for 2 months. Like, hey, man, I need to get my retainer. I need to get my retainer. I need to get my retainer. No reply, nothing. So I just pop up at my dentist because he's been my dentist for 20 years. I got his cell phone number. So I just pop up. I said, hey, I need to see Dr. whoever my dentist is. He's like, okay, yeah. I said, hey, man, I've been calling you and stuff. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, my teeth, I need some time. I need a retainer. He goes, man, come back here. I go, what's going on? He goes, man, that nurse that was assisting you, we fired her. So you had got lost in the mix. So he's like, I got good news and I got bad news. Which one you want to hear first? He goes, the bad news is that you got to go back in the Invisalign for 6 months. No. I go, well, what's the hell is the good news? He said, it ain't gonna cost you nothing. I said, you a damn lie. I can't snack now for 6 months. I got him in right now. That's why I sound the way I sound, because I was like, because I fell asleep last night and forgot to put him in. And so I'm going through these, getting reacclimated to this whole Invisalign thing.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, I feel like he lied to me because I did what I was, and I was righteous by how I did it. Then they fired this woman. She was supposed to put me in the schedule. She got fired before she put me in the schedule. He was like, yeah, she's been gone for 2 months. We fired her 2 days after you left.
DeAngelo, you were preaching to a choir that actually knows exactly what you were talking about, only mine was not 18 months to 6 months. Mine was like 4 years to 2 years to another year and a half, where a slight miscalculation by an original orthodontist led to quite literally a decade of teeth problems. Only here's where you lose me. He's giving you those new retainers for free. Mine involved having to go, because I moved to 3 different locations over this time. I never got anything for free. So the most expensive thing on my body every day is these teeth right here. And I'm grateful to be at the end of it, but I know how frustrating it can be. And there's just nothing you can do.
I got braces at 15, DeAngelo. They came off, I was 22 years old. I had an orthodontist.
Oh my God.
I had an orthodontist. He had the nerve to up and die. So he died. And now I'm left without an orthodontist. And the way that it's set up is my parents had already paid for the braces at 15. He died, I'm like 16. And no other orthodontist would take me on without charging my parents again for the braces that they had already paid for. So my parents just looked at me and said, "Oh, tough. We're not paying again. You just got to deal with these braces." And so, he's doing the podcast. Is that the missus? She can hop in here if she wants to.
No, that's not. You loud. They asked me right now. Oh. He said, "I need you to scoot up."
Oh, okay. All right. It's hard with those workers. But so I had to wait X amount. So they would do upgrades to them. Like they would make tweaks to them without charging. But the actual brace treatment, they wouldn't do that. And it cost money to take them off. Money my parents had already paid. And so again, I was 22 when I got them things up off of me. All of my college pictures, brace face.
So you talk about the audacity of yours to die, and you went the route of having braces through college and suffering through. My orthodontist had the audacity to tell me, like 4 weeks before I was going for my freshman year at USC, that I had to get my braces put back on. And I said, no, I'm going to the University of Southern California. I'm changing my name from Jessie to Jessica. And I am not moving to Los Angeles, glamour school of beautiful people with braces. I'm not doing it. So I took 2 years off and found a dentist in Orange County in Newport Beach, California, who would go skirt around the traditional, you need to get braces back on. He was like, no, don't worry about it. We'll do it the back-ended way. This is the land of cosmetology. Don't do that, because then you're just skirting around and making new problems for yourself that came when I moved to Memphis 8 years later and eventually had to actually deal with it from the root cause. But I never did have to get braces back, which was ultimately a win.
This is something that I encourage. Look, I am going to encourage people out there that have teeth problems. If you have teeth problems, fix them. If you don't have any teeth problems and it's all cosmetics, don't set yourself up for what I'm going to tell you some other things that go along with this that you don't think about. Another thing, when I meet you, the first thing I look at is your teeth.
Right.
It didn't used to be like that, but now it is. And if they're not, if they are jacked up just a little bit, every so often I'm going to glance at them and be like, stop looking at it. I'm going to tell myself to do that.
It's true.
But because it's awful. It is a horrible, so I apologize up front that I used to be eye contact in shoes. But because I've gone through the teeth, it's teeth. Yeah. I apologize. So there's another bad habit that you also pick up, which is awful. I go through so much toothpaste. It is ridiculous the amount of toothpaste. So yeah.
Because you're just obsessed with caring for them because you've spent so much time.
No, so whenever you eat, before you can put these retainers in, you have to
you're an adult. When I had those, I was a child, and I'll be honest, I was not brushing my teeth every single time that I used them.
It's not that I want to. It's just that you got to put these trays in your mouth.
Oh yeah, yours is a tray. Mine was a flipper. So mine was like 2 fake teeth on a flipper. And so it was just the teeth, and then they were attached to a retainer, and I would have to put that in, but I would have to take them out when I ate, which was incredibly embarrassing. But sometimes I would put them on a napkin. and you were supposed to brush the retainer with the teeth on it and your teeth, but sometimes I just didn't. And sometimes I accidentally left the retainer with the teeth on it on a napkin, and then I'd have to go back to a restaurant and be like, hey, I think I left my teeth here. I'm 20 years old, but I left my teeth. DeAngelo, I have a real wraparound question out of this whole ordeal. Because you started this by saying, what happens when someone makes a mistake and there is an accident and it wasn't your fault and you are the only one who ends up paying for that accident? Did you see what happened with the Arizona Cardinals coach as a result of the DeMarcado fumble at the 1 yard line?
Yes.
So for people who missed it, we talked about it a bit yesterday. DeMarcado, let's go with the ball, 72-yard touchdown run. We must end this in football. I watched the first episode of Chad Powers. That's literally the storyline of that new Chad Powers Glenn Powell show. He's in the national championship game, and he drops the ball as he's crossing the goal line and is like maligned for it forever. Anyway, happens to DeMarcado. Coach Gannon blows up on him on the sidelines. He's yelling at him, pushes him a little bit. He ends up apologizing, and he ends up getting fined. The coach ends up getting fined for getting mad at DeMarcado for doing one of the cardinal sins of football. How do you think he feels this morning, DeAngelo?
No. How did he get bad? Is this the one where he put his hands on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where the problem is?
Yeah, I've had this happen to me.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you how I responded, but we're not talking about me. We're talking about him. So that's wild. That is absolutely, I don't understand where in the game this is okay. Because I don't, it's a different story if.
Wait. Oh, D, when you say this, what do you mean? What's the this? You say,
when a coach puts their hand on a player.
Okay.
This, we're not talking about you yelling at me, you being, you just showed me one that you can't handle your emotions. And then as comfortable as you did it, how often does this happen? Is this at a game? Is this now in your private? There's a lot of questions now that arises from America that watches you now. And not only that, you don't, in a game like this, man to man, you don't put your hand on another man, regardless of where it's at, unless you have some type of issue with that person that you want to hash out. But yeah, it's happened to me.
How'd you react?
He said he wasn't going to tell us.
Be quiet. I want to know what happened.
I'm not going to tell you.
How old were you? Were you grown?
It's funny. Oh yeah, I was a grown ass man.
You were grown.
It's funny because I'm gonna even give you better. It happened to me in college.
In college?
Okay.
It happened to me in college.
Somebody tried to snatch you up in college?
What was it?
Game of practice.
Will you tell us what you did? Not how you reacted, but what was the perceived cause of that coach or person getting mad at you enough to put hands on you?
Fumbled in practice.
In practice?
I fumbled in practice.
That'll do it.
Okay.
I fumbled everything got heated, and it was a heated confrontation between the offense and the defense. And the only reason why I can even remember this is because a couple of the players that I hang out with all the time was talking about it last weekend. They brought it up and they was like, hey man, you remember with so-and-so and you so-and-so? And I was like, man, look, man, nah, man, we don't want to talk about that. It's just, don't open the door. Don't open the door. That's all I say.
So, obviously, Jonathan Gannon, he's fined $100,000, and it's as a result of the altercation. It's not just because he yelled at him; it's because he pushed him.
It's the physicality.
It's the physicality of the interaction.
Yes.
Fine, done.
Yes.
What are we going to do about this epidemic of football players letting go of the ball before they cross the goal line, DeAngelo? You are a former running back yourself.
Look.
I want to know from you. I haven't played the game. Maybe I'm missing something mentally that happens to these guys as they're doing it.
I'm going to tell you what the problem is and how you know how when you're so used to something, when you're driving a car, this is the best analogy I can give somebody. that maybe has never played the game or that has played the game but don't know how to explain it to other people. I would say it's like driving a car, you just like, you've seen that stop sign a million times, but today you ran it. And you like, damn, did they move that stop sign? Like, where did they put that stop sign? Because you have so much going on in your head. It is so big now on what celebration you're going to do when you get to the end zone that when you break free, you're like, damn, I didn't know I was going to break free. what celebration? And you're thinking about how you finna celebrate. And like, but as you're thinking about it, you're like, hell, I'm here.
So how do we fix it?
Don't score long touchdowns.
Don't be good enough to break one off. There you go.
I'm gonna tell you what I did. It's crazy because I remember like it was yesterday. I was in Pee Wee football, and this is I'm so embarrassed about this. So I was in Pee Wee football, and let me go back. Let me take you up to it because it's quick. So I was like every kid. I would always run and look back to see if the person's like catching up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing this Pee Wee football game, man, and I get the ball, boom, and I break out, and it's like an 80-yard touchdown, bro. And I looked back and ran out of bounds. It was a toss, so I was running down the sideline, and I was looking back to see if the guy was about to catch me, and ran out of bounds. Man, my coach, he was, don't you ever look? I've never looked. He was like, if they catch you, they catch you. I was like, yeah, they just gonna have to catch me. I'm not looking like, hey, they on you. Hey, get me. You got to get me. Everything I got. So from that point on, whenever I was ready, like, they would always make fun of me because they was like, hey, you used the Jumbotron to look behind you. I was like, yeah, because I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back because the last time I looked back, I ran out of bounds.
I had a moment, DeAngelo. I was like 11, playing Little League football, Pop Warner. I fumble at the end zone. I scooped it, and I'm gone. And I'm about to score. And I'm running as fast as I can, which isn't very, very fast. I get tackled at the 1, and my dad loses his mind. How do you get tackled at the 1? You're right there. So you just wasted all of that time
For
running.
nothing.
And at about the 20 of the opposing 20, I'm celebrating. And that's what made him mad. So I celebrate for 19 yards, and that lends itself to me getting caught. And my dad is furious about it. Speaking of my dad and Little League, he wants an update on your son's soccer season. Wants to know, is he still playing soccer? How's he doing? Is he liking the sport? Is he trying to do more sports? What's going on there?
Yeah, he likes soccer, man. He just, man, as a parent, I think he punished me too much. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't realize when he played a sport, I was gonna have to keep up with the stuff that's involved in the sport. Like he show up and ain't got cleats, and I'm like, bruh.
Where are your cleats?
And he was like, Daddy, I ain't got my cleats. And I was like, all right, we're going home. And he was like, well, you ain't gonna like try to see if we can borrow somebody's cleats or something? I was like, no, you left them. That means that let me know you ain't ready to play. So even if we got cleats, you ain't ready. And we ain't trying to put that on the Williams name right now. So we're going to go back home and try this again. So we came back. We had everything but then the shin guards. We left the shin guards.
Oh, my God.
Bro, it's been – so we get there, and the only reason why we didn't go back home is because another parent had shin guards, and they insisted, and they were short because I was going to let them play short just to prove a point to him. Because I've noticed that a parent can be embarrassed in front of other parents, but when you embarrass that student or they friend in front of their friends, they automatically learn now, like, oh, I ain't gonna do that no more because he don't care where we at. And that's what I found out I've had to do with my kids. Like my oldest daughter, when we go to high school, and she's been doing it. We're not allowed to drop off in child pickup. I mean, we're not allowed to drop off in the student parking lot. And I told her, I was like, look, as long as you're not late, I'll go through this and we'll make sure you're on time. Well, she's been creeping like back and back and back. She's trying to find that threshold where I'm like, okay, And I could go this far and still get, well, she hit that threshold the other day, bro. And I was like, you know what? She was crying and stuff, snot boogers. Right before, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get in regular line. And right before I got to the stop sign, I was like, you know what? My parents wouldn't even have dropped her ass off in the student pickup line. She got out the car, like crying and stuff. The next day, 10 minutes early. Got to school 5 minutes.
Learned.
Yeah. So it's like I felt like a bad parent. Like I was going down the street, like beating myself up about it. Like, man, I probably could have handled that a little bit better. She was crying, like she gonna have a bad day, thinking about her day. And I'm like, well, I deserve to have a good day too.
Do what you're supposed to. You want that privilege, do what you're supposed to do. The amount of time something like this was my shin guard because I left that at home.
Oh, cutting the water bottle.
Cutting it, just smash it and put it in there. Or even better, we would leave, because playing baseball, sometimes you'd have to play catcher, and you'd be like, oh, I'm not playing catcher today. So I know I did it, and other teammates would leave their cups at home. It's like, you got to play catcher today. The amount of times this was the cup, or an actual paper cup, because they wouldn't let you play catcher without a cup.
Can't relate.
You're not dropping draws out there on the baseball field. So that you go up to the ump's like, hey, you got your cup, and you just have to tap it. And if he heard something, he's like, all right, you good to go. So my dad would run around, go to the trash, pull bottles out, and be like, hey, this is your cup now. You shouldn't have left it at home. Step on it, and smush it out, and then you stick it in your drawers and go out there and play catcher.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild right there.
DeAngelo, I just want you to know you're doing a great job as a parent. I audibly said the words to my husband yesterday. This is one of those days where I don't understand how parents do it because I'm so tired and I can't imagine being responsible for a living being right now. And you do that. So shout out to you.
Look, my son is so excited because my son this weekend, it's gonna be me and my oldest son, and we hadn't had like a father-son like hang out because all the other kids are going with my daughter because she has a lacrosse tournament, and we got a soccer tournament here. So we're going to see Tron, and he's talking about all these like cool things we're gonna do. He's like set the menu. He's like, oh man, it's gonna be so cool. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, you sleep at 8 o'clock. How you gonna do all these things? You got soccer games, but he is like, oh. So this is what I'm gonna do. Every time he dozes off, I'm gonna wake his ass up. Get up. We finna enjoy all this. So the whole time I'm up, I'm gonna make sure he up. So he finna get a dose of what it feel like to be daddy. So he be like, yeah, man, it was rough. Like
living a tough life. DeAngelo, before we let you go, because I know you mentioned you were with past teammates, past friends, because you were at the Memphis Tulsa game this past weekend. Your second game of the year so far, right, for you at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
I gotta go, and I'm well on my way to it.
Are you gonna come to another one?
There's more than just one more I'm coming to.
Ooh, are you going to every game?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
Jessica,
I'm sorry. I got excited. I just always hope that one of these.
You know who I am when you see me? I'm gonna put I am real DeAngelo. I'm gonna make sure I wear a shirt to let me know that I stand out.
Will the real DeAngelo Williams please stand up? If you wore that lime green hoodie, I could find you in 5 seconds flat. It'd be so easy. What has impressed you the most with this Memphis team? They're now in the AP poll. They're in the coaches poll. They're undefeated. You have people talking about the potential of them being the representative of the non-power conferences for the college football playoffs. Some people are thinking maybe game day could come back at some point. It feels like it's an upward trajectory so far, and it all comes because they've managed to win out thus far.
It's scary because so let me see if I can say this because I need to knock on some plastic, wood, like whatever I need to. So normally when we have success like this, somebody get locked up or like something happens where it takes our attention from this to that, and then we end up dropping a couple games. But like everything's like, I don't even want to use the P word. Everything's like, I don't want to use the ERFDCT. I don't want, everything's so, I don't wanna ruin it because
Oh, CJ, you weren't supposed to say the word.
Oh my! He said he didn't want to
CJ?
use it. He didn't want to use it. I'm fine.
because when you say that, it's like that cartoon and every TV show you ever watch, it's like a foreshadowing. When somebody said it, you're like, you shouldn't have said it. Now I got to tune in to see what happened to you.
Yeah. Yes.
It's one of those, and it's like I've found myself finding things to be upset with this team about.
Mm.
And it's like little things like, hey, why aren't y'all getting Sutton Smith the ball more? I understand the OCA is running for 3,000 yards. We understand that. I understand because he is that we've beaten teams the way that we like give him a couple more carries. Like I'm upset about that now because this guy carried you the Arkansas game. Like you start finding yourself bickering about stuff that you shouldn't even bicker about and creating problems that you shouldn't be creating because you're experiencing the success that you're experiencing. But that's human nature because I feel like we could be so much better because our defense is not going to always be 45-17. It's going to be one of those where we got to knuckle down and win these close ones because there's some games that's coming up. Ali, South Florida, Tulane, Navy, that we're going to 45-7 ain't going to get it.
It's almost like you're finding things to nitpick isn't the right word, but just tangible, non-perfect things with the team.
Yes.
So that if the shoe were to drop and it's not perfect anymore, you're like, well, I told you.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the most human nature things we all do. Yeah.
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
I
feel
called
like
out a few
we've
weeks ago.
bonded.
Oh my God.
That's the first time I feel like we've really
Ever?
Yeah,
we're back.
because normally CJ would come say something. I'm like, you're right.
Wow, it's an honor. But yes, I feel you because I do that all the time. I do it with sports. I do it in life. And it's like, well, I was smart enough to figure this out a few weeks ago. So I like pre-trained my brain to handle the disappointment.
I think that's different. Like I'm
Oh, no,
I'm
that's
not,
how I go.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
tried.
no,
We'll try
I'm-
again next week, DeAngelo. Maybe I'll see you in person.
Damn,
Maybe I'll
we
see
were
you.
so close.
Yeah, we're always
Yeah,
so
I don't-
close. It's okay.
I don't ever expect anything bad to happen. Like
Well, that's because you're not an anxiety-riddled human being.
it just don't go the way I want it to go. Like I want to win
Yeah, that's
63
the difference
to
between
3 every time.
non-anxiety and anxiety people right
Yeah,
there.
24
Yeah.
to 23 too close for me. That's them close games. That's a loss for me because now I've expended some energy that I shouldn't have. I done broke 3 remotes already.
3.
Yeah, so I only do Roku TVs because you can buy the remotes on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And you know how good my season was depending on how many remotes I've broken through the season. So between the 49ers and I've only broken 3 remotes so far between the 49ers and the Tigers, and it's only 1 for the Tigers and 2 for the 49ers. And the kicker was the reason I broke the 2 for the 49ers. But
Hey, don't worry. I think one of our remotes, we can bond again. One of our remotes went away after one of the kicks from the old
So you get
49ers
what
as
I'm-
well.
you get
So
what-
I
yeah.
absolutely understand what you're saying. DeAngelo, we'll catch up with you next week. I dream of the day you just pop into this chair. We'll wait for it throughout the season.
Until then, DeAngelo, we'll just find a random black with dreads. She won't know the difference.
Stop it.
I see that.
Stop it. Never living it down. DeAngelo, we got to find the security camera footage. We got to find it. Got to find it. All right, we'll talk to you next week, D. Bye. That was DeAngelo Williams. He joins us every Wednesday. Can you imagine if you did that to me? And you're like, it's DeAngelo Williams. And I'm like, no, it's not. And you'd be like, yes, it is. And I'd be like, no, it's not. And you would gaslight me to the point where I'd be like, okay, hi, DeAngelo.
I wouldn't have to gaslight you that much.
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't. I'd just put a couple of drinks down there and let you drink some.
Drinks.
And
Drinks.
And then bring somebody in.
The goggles. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do some WTF and sports-related stories. Also, tonight is a crazy sports night. Grizzlies preseason. That's not why it's crazy. WNBA Finals, big day of MLB playoffs as well. We'll get into all of it on the other side.
MLB playoff talk.
I'm in. My teams.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Jaron Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaron, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like, all right.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
At dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isalo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. We have quite the busy sports night for a Wednesday. NBA preseason at the top of that list. Grizzlies Celtics. Grizzlies preseason game number 2.
I went to bed and turned the TV off. The missus was going to stay up and do some chores. She's like, put that TV back on. Put it on that Bulls preseason game.
No.
It's wonderful background noise.
Oh.
So put it on that. And before I left, I kind of like what's going on NBC. I like the halftime
I heard
show.
they didn't use the song.
I didn't listen.
So they think maybe they're saving it.
Why would you use the song
for the preseason? Agreed.
But it was mellow. It was what's my man's name? Red Mamba. Celtics. Scalabrini.
Yeah.
It was mellow Scalabrini.
Red Mamba.
Maria Taylor. And I'm blanking on who the fourth person was on the desk, and it was like, oh,
and then
this sounds good. I could be intrigued enough to sit down and watch the halftime show.
Who's the game broadcast? It's Eagle, right?
I think so.
I thought I saw last night that it was Ian Eagle and someone else.
I can't remember.
Listen,
that
I
part,
was at that show.
That part, I got nothing for you on.
Okay.
The halftime show looked all right. The 3 minutes I watched it until commercial break, and then I went to bed. I'm not going to sit down and watch that.
Oh, it was Reggie Miller.
Is Reggie Miller on the call or in the?
On the call.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ashley, I can't think of her last name. Wow, great job breaking down the crew on the NBA on NBC. But I saw good feedback from the studio show, from the presentation of it, from what they were talking about. The only thing I saw was that there was no round ball rock, but why would you waste it on a preseason game? So hopefully we get it when it is for real. Busy sports night, not because of Grizzlies Celtics preseason, not because of UTEP Liberty, although I am very excited that we get 49 straight days where there is at least a college football or NFL game on every single one of those days. WNBA Finals continue tonight. The series shifts to Phoenix. The Aces up 2-0, but it is not a series until the home team loses. That game's at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Do you have any belief in the Mercury?
Yeah, I think they'll get one. I don't know which one they'll get, but you got Alyssa Thomas out there. You can get you
have a chance.
You have yourself a chance. And what they've played, this is game 3, like you said. That first game was close. First game was real close.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second game, the Aces kind of put it on them and pulled away. I don't know if you can bank on Young going for 30 again and having one of the all-time great quarters in WNBA Finals history. I don't know if you can bank on that. And I think that allowed for the Aces to really pull away. I'm curious to see what they do as far as it pertains to Asia. I think you just kind of say, all right, Asia, you got
Get
it, dog.
yours, stop
and
everything
we got to shut everything else down, because I think it's way easier to contain the rest of the Aces as opposed to trying to hold Asia Wilson in check.
We also have 4 MLB playoff games today, and all 4 have the potential of being an elimination game.
Oh, good for them.
And some of them are in the middle of the afternoon, which is always exciting because I love when we have sports on all day. The Mariners-Tigers game starts at 2 on FS1, so that's exciting. I will be
Who's up in that series?
Tapped in. The Mariners.
Okay.
They're one. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. This is our team.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear a Mariners shirt tomorrow if they win.
Okay.
Maybe even a hat. I have both.
All right.
I have multiple Mariners shirts. It's not an exciting fact. But I was the Detroit Tigers as a child playing softball. That was my team.
Oh, were you?
I was the Tigers for like 3 years.
All right.
Then we switched to the Padres, and I was mad because I was a Tiger, a mighty, mighty Tiger.
I was the Braves. We were the Braves from T-ball all the way through.
That's a fun team to get to be.
Minor, yeah.
The Brewers are up 2-0 on the Cubs. Blue Jays are up 2-1 on the Yankees, and Dodgers are up 2-0 on the Phillies.
Okay.
That's where your series stands. Let's do some WTF stories inspired by sports because we didn't have an Oops, We Missed It Again segment. The Bengals traded for Joe Flacco yesterday, and all I can think is the fact that the Bengals play the Green Bay Packers, and they want Joe Flacco to be available and ready to go by that game. Is Joe Flacco going to die behind the Bengals offensive line?
No, because he's a serviceable quarterback who will get rid of the football quickly. Like he'll throw that thing.
I understand the hope.
No, he'll be fine.
It's one of the worst offensive lines.
I understand that. Joe Flacco.
He's old.
Joe Flacco is much better than whatever they have.
Jake Browning.
Okay, sure, if that's a guy's name, much better
is his
than
name.
that. Much better than him. Whatever, right? Like at a certain point, if you're the Bengals, you kind of gotta try and win some games. Right? You gotta kind of look around and say, okay, we get a better quarterback in here. We don't want to just waste a year of 2 of the better wide receivers in the NFL and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. We got a good running back. If we can get a quarterback, if we can get a quarterback in here who can be kind of serviceable,
maybe we can win some games.
I think we can win some games and maybe sneak into the playoffs. We've seen this quarterback do that in a kind of similar situation when he was with Cleveland the first time, where he comes in and is like, oh, there is talent around. They are good enough to get to the playoffs.
I am serviceable enough.
So,
too.
like, Joe Flacco is a top 32 quarterback in the NFL. It's just, all right, so what
does that
What does that mean? Because if you say you got to win some games, who you going to play, Joe Flacco or Cam Ward, you're going to say, oh, Joe Flacco, who has the most potential? Oh, Cam Ward easily, so we're going to play Cam. So that's why Flacco's not starting there, not starting some other places.
And why Dylan Gabriel ultimately takes over the job in Cleveland, because you have to start buying into the future potential. And it does mean that Shedeur Sanders is now QB2.
Oh, is he officially QB2 on the depth chart? Okay, cool.
He has to be.
Good.
I saw someone interviewed him at it looked like a car
At the car dealership.
yesterday. I was like, oh my God, Cleveland local news at its finest. Let me find, there's no way he was just chilling at a car dealership unless it was some sort of sponsored event or whatever. I don't know where he was, but there were a lot of cars around him.
Shedeur went in to buy a car. This news broke. The dealership probably is a sponsor of the local TV station. They were probably texting back and forth and said, "Oh, I gotta go. Shedeur just walked in," and the dude at the TV station was like, "Hey, whatever you do not let him leave.
Funny.
I am on my way," and it just rolled up on him.
Funny. All right. Next up in sports stories that fit into the WTF scope. The University of North Carolina football team was originally supposed to partner with Hulu for a documentary of this season under head coach Bill Belichick, and reports came out yesterday that is no longer the case. Inside Carolina had it first, where they reported that UNC is no longer moving forward with the in-season documentary with Hulu. Sources close to the program told Inside Carolina. The team announced their plan in August to have a documentary on Hulu with this season. Someone has to get their hands on this footage. Somebody has to be brave, be bold, and give us the documentary that we deserve. Because I know that it did not turn into what I assume they thought would be a puff piece at best, slightly interesting look into Bill Belichick being the coach at UNC at worst. But now it's been a dumpster fire. It's been an absolute disaster. And you cannot let all this footage go to waste for this UNC football season. Obviously, rights have a part in who the crew was hired by and everything that goes into it. But it is a testament to how the wheels have fully fallen off for the Tar Heels this season. And I am old enough to remember when we were told that the UNC Tar Heels were going to be the 33rd NFL team. That's what they were calling themselves in the preseason and leading up to this college football season, and it has been anything but.
Yeah, and then you get the reports, Yahoo Sports. This is where I saw it from Yahoo Sports, where they're saying people with knowledge and parents of players are saying the program is so incredibly toxic, and it is the coaching staff and Bill Belichick top down that are making it bad. Not necessarily the players or the talent, but it is the environment that the players and the talent have to exist in. You throw into it the goofiness with the Patriots, where it's like, hey, we're not going to tweet anything about the Patriots. At a certain point, man, you got to let that previous relationship go if you're going to be good in your current relationship. Let it go. Tweet out the good stuff that the North Carolina players do. Drake May on the Patriots. Allow them access to players who are, there are only 32 openings for the jobs that they want. Allow access to the Patriots to come in and evaluate your players, and stop thinking you know more than every damn body else. You've never been a college coach before. Never, ever. You can't run a college program like an NFL program. That doesn't make sense. I understand that we have NIL. I understand that we have money floating around in college now, but that does not make it the pros. You have to bring people in who know how to run college programs. Your son is not one of them. Sorry. Like, come on, man. If you want to exist here, if you want to be good at this, you kind of got to change some of the things that you're doing. Yeah. It can't be the same thing that you were doing with the Patriots when you were winning the Super Bowls once upon a time. So, like, this is goofy.
It's goofy. It's unsurprising. And I always go back to that Pablo Torre Finds Out episode where they delved into Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson and just the notion of the yes men around Bill Belichick. And I think the notion of yes men and yes women for very powerful people will continuously be the thing that doesn't allow some of the most powerful people of our generation, and because everything is so public now and this chase for continuity and relevancy that perhaps wasn't there in generations past, but it will be what keeps them from having a pretty smooth legacy, whether it be Bill Belichick in this endeavor at North Carolina or Tom Brady with the messiness of the ownership, broadcast, Saudi Arabia, the endless quest for money and power, and those two things together come together. Absolute power corrupts absolutely in all levels. And I'll even take it to our next story in the LeBron James decision part 2 yesterday that ends up being a partnership with Hennessy. So joke's on us. It's not even an advertisement for Amazon Prime, and yet he got everybody talking about Amazon Prime, of which he has a partnership with anyway in Amazon, so that's a win for him. And yesterday was Prime Day. But no, it's actually a partnership with Hennessy. Hashtag Hennessy x LeBron. Hashtag the second decision. Hashtag Hennessy VSOP. I already made my point on this yesterday, and I don't have to belabor it. I am just so sick of the continuation of everything being an ad and everything. And I know that's the world that we live in, and I know that's society. And some people can do a ha-ha he and ultimately look at LeBron reclaiming the joke of the decision and doing the decision 2 and something like this, and we'll get the decision 3 for Space Jam 879 someday. I'm just tired of it. Like, I saw this and I just rolled my eyes and moved on. And anybody who actually thought LeBron James was retiring, we know better in that sense. Like, it will be an event, don't get me wrong, but this was so clearly something that teed up for an advertisement. And I saw a lot of like heavy LeBron stans who were even kind of peeved by it.
All right, well, stop being a stan.
Well, yes.
We can't continue to allow celebrity culture to run the way that it's running right now. We just can't. LeBron James, this is small, this is minuscule, this is just for Hennessy, which I love Hennessy. I'm supporter of Hennessy.
You and my mom.
They're still a sponsor, right? Don't want to say anything.
I don't think so.
Well, then never mind then.
I don't know.
I think they are. Are they?
We should get an upgrade.
We should. Hennessy and Hypnotic hulking up. If you're around late 2000s, like you understand the importance, and that played a significant role in your life. Mike, I'm pretty sure I'm a hulk up for the Michigan-Ohio State game this year. But back to the point, like, come on, you can't allow celebrities to dictate how you consume things. You can't.
Yeah, but people do.
At a certain
point, you
point,
and I can rationally say that.
At a certain point, man, you got to be above that. At a certain point, it can't matter what LeBron James or Taylor Swift or Beyonce or who else is a big driver of things.
Kevin Hart. He's everywhere.
Kevin Hart, Sydney Sweeney, right? Like you got to just be buying stuff because you like it, not because this celebrity told you to like it. We lost our Kardashian informant. Are the Kardashians still pushing things? Are people still rocking with them?
Skims now is with Nike.
Okay.
There's a new Nike Skims collab.
Hold on.
Skims is a business.
Skims
is her own
Skims
business.
might actually be good.
It is. I mean,
Skims is actually good. All right, like
begrudgingly.
Savage
Skims
Fenty is good. Actually good. Like, people are going there. Yeah, it's the celebrity made it, but we're going there to buy good products. Sometimes, man, people are just doing things because the cool person or the person they think is cool is telling them to do it. And it's like, yo, come on, have a brain of your own. Yes. I saw that because it was everywhere. LeBron sitting down, decision part 2. It's like, I don't even care what this dude has to say. I'll figure it out later.
I'll find out when it happens.
Find out when it happens. Mm-hmm. Tremendous basketball player. Hell yeah. One of the greatest of all time. Hell yeah. You got it.
Incredible legacy. Hell yeah.
I'll figure the rest of it out. Whatever this announcement is,
I'll find out
when it's around. I'm not finna wait and change my daily schedule to sit down so I can see.
You weren't at your computer right at 11 o'clock yesterday morning?
I wasn't. Because I had work. Like,
I got on at like 11:30. I had forgotten about it, and then it popped up, and I go, oh, of course. Oh, of course. One ad I can get behind, not an ad, but just an announcement from a company. Arby's is releasing steak nuggets, so you can now eat steak with your fingers. CJ, what do you think about eating steak with your fingers as the most effective food reviewer on this show? Food expert, I should say.
I eat everything with my hands. So why? What's the specialness about this?
Now you can order steak nuggets from. I have more of an issue ordering steak nuggets from a fast food restaurant than I do eating steak nuggets
Arby's
with my hands.
I hope not.
No.
You know this is not steak.
At least for now.
You know it's some sort of liquefied amalgam of stuff.
Let me put the picture back up because they look good. I mean, per usual.
Yeah, the picture's always going to look good.
Those look.
The picture's always going to look good, but you know it comes in a little bag like the Arby's roast beef.
Absolutely cooked medium well. Ugh, gross.
Well, do you trust Arby's to cook your steak medium?
No.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
I'm a medium rare kind of gal.
Do you trust them to do medium rare?
Absolutely not.
All right, all types of parasites will be in your belly.
I found out recently One more reason why us women really have it rough. I didn't realize when you're pregnant, you have to order every steak medium well, if you have it.
Listen, I'm sure I'm supposed
These
to
are
have a
things
big
I
reaction
learned.
to this. I'm not big into
Just
steak,
add it
man.
to the list.
Steak is
We can't
not
eat steak.
a top.
We can't eat sushi. We can't drink. We can't smoke.
I mean, you can do all of those
We can't
things.
eat cold cuts. We can't eat soft cheeses.
You can do all
We can
of
only have
those
limited
things.
amounts of coffee.
You can't take Tylenol if you're
Can't
gonna keep
take
going.
Tylenol?
But you can do all of those things if you want to, if you believe in yourself enough. I'm
you
telling
believe in
you,
yourself enough.
I kick it with people who I'm 100% certain their moms continue to drink and smoke with them in the womb.
No. You know, there are some doctors now who will tell you that you can like have a little. I'd be so nervous.
What do you mean? Never.
Like I had my friend's OBGYN, she was like going on her baby moon.
Mhm.
She's like, if you want to have a Mai Tai in Hawaii, have a Mai Tai in Hawaii. She's like, it's not going to kill the baby at this point. I was like, damn. But what if it did?
Try again.
Anyway,
Just
steak
don't tell the
nuggets, if
government,
that's
they
your
might arrest
thing, go get your overcooked steak nuggets. It's coming soon.
Arby's has all of these different things on the menu, and I respect it. I am just at the Arby's for the roast beef sandwich with the curly fries and that red
Do you
Arby
put
sauce.
cheese on your roast beef sandwich?
If I'm feeling frisky.
I like the cheese and the Arby sauce. I've not had Arby's in years, but those curly fries.
Some of the best fries in the game.
Yeah, I'm willing to say that.
Yeah, curly
'Cause
fries.
They're like
And they're-
perfectly seasoned
yep.
curly fries.
Yep.
And that roast beef sauce, the sauce specifically, the Arby sauce makes the roast beef sandwich. So if I could put the Arby sauce on my steak nuggets, perhaps we're in business.
Speaking of food,
yeah.
Do you know what the count is on your sticks concoction? Do you know if
No,
you're
I
in the
don't
lead?
get
Okay.
get updates.
All right.
But
We
you
need-
all better be ordering the Jessica Benson roll at Sticks.
We need to get.
Or else.
We need to talk to Sticks. Get the update on the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to have regular. It's until December, so
Okay.
we've got plenty of time
But
to get your
you want
roll.
to start fast.
I've had multiple people reach out and tell me they got it and that it rocked.
Okay.
So that's a good endorsement.
What do the
Mine
people
is
know about
spicy-
it? Have we talked about it on this show?
I don't think we've talked about it on the
Okay.
show because it dropped the Thursday night when I was going on my trip. But
Okay.
we have an amazing partnership with Sticks. I love Sticks. Sticks is truly one of my favorite restaurants downtown. So I'm always thrilled when partnerships align with something that I can definitively say, I love this place. And I used to live across the street from Sticks and we went far too often. But we're doing a competition between myself, Chris Vernon, and Gary Parrish. We each went into Sticks and made our own sushi roll. I got to roll it with my own hands. You will not be getting the sushi roll that I rolled with my own hands, which is good news because like most things in the kitchen, I fell a little short in my creation of, not in my creation of it because the ingredients are amazing, just the execution of me making it was a little on the difficult side. But whoever sells the most rolls between the three of us, me, GP, Chris, we get to donate the proceeds to a charity of our choice. I have not chosen my charity yet. I'm keeping it close to the vest. I have like 3. I'd like to split them like a crown between all of them, but I don't think we're allowed to do that. So it'll be a good charity though, I promise. A great charity, if you will. My roll is spicy tuna, avocado, cream cheese, and jalapenos, and it's fried. And then it's topped with spicy eel sauce and spicy mayo, or sweet eel sauce and spicy mayo. It's delicious. I normally do not get my sushi fried, but I was talking to the person at Sticks, and I was like, how do I win this thing? And she was like, you gotta fry that sucker. She was like, down here, people always order the fried rolls. And I was like, consider it fried. Pop that in the fryer. I dropped it in the fryer, but not dropped it because I didn't want to splatter it, you know. I responsibly lowered it into the fryer, and it's really good. So go to Sticks next time you're coming to a Grizzlies game, or anytime.
Sticks, get the Jessica roll.
Yeah.
It's on the menu. Jessica, is it Jessica roll?
Jessica Benson roll.
Okay.
Full name, full government name for a roll.
Not Jesse.
Jesse could come back any day. One last thing before we go, because you sent this.
I don't remember what it was.
A raccoon caused a power outage in Memphis, and I totally missed this.
Oh.
But there's a raccoon that's to blame for a major power outage that left more than 7,000 customers in the dark Sunday night. Did you lose power?
No. Southeast Memphis. It didn't hit me, but yeah. Raccoon just got up in there and caused a power outage.
Tough.
Unfortunate.
I love little raccoons.
Do you? You wouldn't love them if
They're
your
so
power
cute.
was out.
Yeah, but I would nurture it so that it wouldn't cause other people's power to be out.
You would nurture
Yeah,
the...
I'd nurture the raccoon.
How do you nurture a raccoon? What is with your
I
people and
domesticate
raccoons?
the raccoon.
Why are y'all doing that? Are y'all still trying to domesticate these things?
I mean, I don't think. Well, there are some people who are really
Yes.
weirdly obsessed with raccoons. I just think they're cute.
Okay.
I'm like, you do you, little raccoon.
All right.
People called me a raccoon for a while. Anytime I did my eyeliner, it would always bleed down.
Oddly enough, in some parts of Tennessee, they've called me that also.
We share that. Anyway, Grizzlies Celtics tonight.
Darnell, be grateful I'm not cracking the joke.
What do you want to see from the Grizzlies in their second preseason game? That was the chat question of the day. If you're with us live, you can vote on it on your way out. Be sure to hit that like button on YouTube. But 44% of the people said Coward, Wells, and Gigi balling out. The other options were improved rebounding, more of the offensive scheme, and everybody leave the game healthy. I'm team everybody leave the game healthy. But if we could see Coward, Wells, and Gigi ball out too, that'd be fun. And improved rebounding. And all of the above. We'll see how it goes tonight, 7 o'clock. I'll be on the radio broadcast starting at 6:30. Your FanDuel Sports TV crew, Pete Paranica, Brevin Knight, Rob Fisher, all there as well. We'll be back to recap it tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See you then. Bye.
I can't wait to end the show and tell you this joke.
I can't wait to hear it.